What's going on all my new, current, and future rideshare drivers and passengers out there? Welcome to the channel. Before I get started, if this is your first time here and you find the content helpful, entertaining, or otherwise, don't hesitate, don't be shy, smash that subscribe button, and click that little bell icon. That way you'll get notified when I come out with new videos. If you want to sign up to become a rideshare driver and get a bonus automatically applied, sign up with the link in the description below. If you're an Uber driver and you forgot to do that before you started driving because you didn't know anybody, so you never knew to use one, you may still be in luck, so follow those instructions in the description below and potentially get a bonus retroactively applied today. Now, today's video is something I am actually pretty excited about. We all know that false reports are the #1 cause of drivers getting deactivated, and everybody should have a dash cam if they don't have one. But then there are issues with Uber not wanting to accept the dash cam footage, right? Well, guess what, guys? Now, Uber has a new safety feature. It's called audio recording, and this is actually for drivers. Now, we already know riders have something similar like this, and it's about time that Uber has finally given us some kind of safety feature that they would actually consider looking at. And if you agree with me that this is awesome, let me get a thumbs up on this video. Now, this says, for your safety, you can now record audio to encourage safe, comfortable interactions on trips. This empowers riders and drivers to monitor and report uncomfortable situations. So now all those times when, people get in the car and they might be saying topics and stuff that you normally shouldn't talk about or anything, well, hey, now besides having your dash cam, now you'll have this feature to also, you could implement to record the conversation going on. So that way if they try to say something else, well, hey, guess what? You have it actually recorded. Now you have dash, you have visual confirmation, and you'll have audio confirmation. Now, the best thing about this is it hooks to the trip in question. So, if they're, how most of the time when you get a false report, they won't tell us who the hell did it, right? So, with this right here, this automatically links to each individual trip. So, I strongly recommend drivers that have this feature, if it's not in all markets yet, please use it. Now, obviously, you can't just take the phone off, on your mid trip and start, hit the little safety feature to start recording, unless you really have to. So I'm going to have to encourage drivers that before passengers get in your car, after you confirm everything, and you're sitting there holding the phone in your hand, start the trip or whatever before you put it on your phone holder, magnetic or whatever. Go ahead and go to that little safety feature and start recording the ride. That way, if something does go down, they'll have that. Now, and for you guys to see it all, here it is right here. Now, the next part of here, it says, help Uber investigate. We take safety reports seriously. If you file one, the safety team will review the recording you attached. Uber may provide the recording to law enforcement if necessary, which is great. You know what I mean? That's all fine and dandy right there. And like I said, that's if you file one. But if you're recording every single rider that gets into your vehicle, then if one of them decides to make this false report, and then Uber sends you a message saying we received a message, like, hey, well, guess what? I record every trip now on the audio. So why don't you go ahead and take a look at that, and then you tell me if that's a false report or not. And when they said they're going to send it to law enforcement, that's all good and dandy. But that's why I still say, guys, you still want to have a backup. You want to have the dash cam, because we all know, Uber systems, they don't always work 100% of the time, all right? Your dash cam is definitely going to work as long as you make sure that you have space on there to record. And to take a look at that, look at this. Now, the next part of this, it says, your privacy is protected. And this part I do like the most. It says, you decide whether to record the audio. So you can choose if you want to actually do this or not, guys. You don't have to use this feature if you just want to rely on your dash cam. But personally, I am liking this feature for the simple fact that it attaches to each trip, and Uber will have no choice but to look at it. It says, your rider is not notified, and neither of you can listen to the recording at any time. So that's kind of good right there, so that way it can't be tampered with at all. But like I said, your rider is not notified. Just like if they start recording you, you don't know when that's going down. So it's only fair for us to be able to do the same thing. And this is exactly what drivers have been wanting for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We need to have some way to be able to not just be guilty until proven innocent. And to me personally, this is definitely going to help make that happen, guys. It says the recording stays on your phone unless you file a safety report and include it for us to review. So it's going to be in the Uber app itself. Okay, so that way it can't be messed with. It's not going to just, get deleted. And if it does, that's why I said have a dash cam as backup. Okay, and obviously, like I said, they have to make sure they cover themselves and nothing's tampered with or anything like that. But I love this fact that the rider isn't notified. So that way, like I said, guys, as soon as you confirm who is getting into your vehicle, because what you should have your doors locked when you roll up, confirm the passenger, then they get in the car, and then you want to sit there, confirm the address, just in case somehow they made a mistake. After you confirm it is when you're going to have to go into your app and start this recording process. It won't show up anywhere, and then you just, pop it up, put your phone back on your phone holder, and continue on with the trip. Of course, guys, this also means you better watch what you say, okay? For all the drivers out there that, aren't 100% on the level, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So this is a great safety feature that I strongly believe will help drivers alleviate more false reports that end up getting them deactivated without hearing their side of the story. Because we all know, guys, they always take the rider's side, and a driver will be temporarily deactivated until some magical investigation goes down. Well, guess what? Now you have the power to sprinkle a little bit of fairy dust or whatever on it, because you're going to have an audio recording to go along with whatever this investigation is. So no matter what, you have some kind of defense against whatever the passenger said you did or did not do. All right. And then on top of that, you should have a dash cam. And the dash cam is going to also not discriminate, not take no sides, and it's going to show exactly what happened. And it'll have the timestamp on there. Make sure you guys have the GPS location on there as well, so that way it'll all match up with the same trip in the app. All right. Now, what I am a little worried about in a way is the fact of this audio recording, as great as it's going to be, I just hope it's not against any laws out there, considering you're supposed to, if you're in a two-party consent state or something, they're supposed to be notified if they're being recorded at all. Okay, so I don't know exactly how that'll work with the one-party or two-party states, but I do know that if you have it in your app, you might as well use it and let Uber have to deal with those issues. But no matter what, guys, this to me is going to be a great addition for the simple fact of you will have something on your side that Uber will definitely take, without a doubt, hands down, because it is already in the app and it's attached to the trip. Now, they did not say, though, that if you get a false report against you, they're going to tell you which trip it was on. So that's why I'm telling drivers right now, you're hearing it from me, that your best bet is, if you want to make sure you take no chance at all, go ahead and start the recording on each trip. Because as far as I know, it's not going to mess up anything. It's not going to, take up but so much space. They don't say any of that. So I assume each one is attached to each ride specifically for instances like that. And for you guys to see that part right there, here it is. And of course, it tells you where to locate it, which everyone should know by now. It's like that little shield that's on the bottom left of your actual map. It says, available in your safety toolkit to record audio. Tap the safety toolkit on the map, then tap start by record audio. So it's really simple. Like I said, it does not notify the passengers, which is really good. This will definitely help drivers also, stay in line and everything as well. So while it's a driver safety tool against riders, it's also, an extra little help reminder to keep yourself in check. Because like we all know out there, not everybody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect, okay? So this will help keep everything professional, keep everything going calm and hopefully collective. But this is going to be a driver's #1 defense against false reports. So as long as you're recording each and every ride, then when they sit there and say, you know, one of your riders be like, hey, well, it doesn't matter. Check the report. I will send you a report of each and every one because you made a recording on each trip. So that way, if they try to say you said something inappropriate, it recorded that. If you didn't say it, obviously, it was a false report. All right, but don't think for a second this is going to replace having a dash cam, guys, because the #1 deterrent for anything is when passengers see that dash cam. So this is just like a backup, really. But definitely start using this. Okay, I will encourage drivers definitely to use this for the simple fact of Uber will 100% without a doubt have to go over it. All right, they will have to review the audio you send them. So for all those people that say Uber and Lyft don't care about dash cams and everything else, guess what? They will care about this. But the dash cam, you want to make sure you also have control of whatever that footage is and everything in case, you know, I hate to say it, but if Uber tries to brush it under the rug or something, well, guess what? You have your dash cam, which also records video and audio as your backup. And that way you can actually review that. But all right, guys, like I said, if you agree with me that this is going to be a great addition and hopefully help stop passengers from making false reports and getting all of our fellow drivers deactivated, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. As always, check the description below for extra information and tips. You keep doing your thing, you get your money, you don't take crap from anybody, and guys, use common sense. Start using this recording device. And until next time, guys, Uber on or don't. Peace out.